So the other part, as I said, is CFL 2.0, which is a global program that mandates an overseas player on each CFL team. And the idea of CFL 2.0, and correct me if I'm wrong, is to grow the game, expand the reach of the game, and look for different ways to bring in revenue globally, whether it's streaming rights, et cetera. How do you measure CFL 2.0's success?
Well, for me, I stepped back a little bit from that, and that's not, 2.0 wasn't entirely just about the international product strategy, but what it was about a mindset shift. And what I saw for our league was a chance to think differently about our future, to not be a small Canadian league, but to think of ourselves in bigger ways, to how do we break that old paradigm and think about the future. So 2.0 to me was a way of kind of making a demarcation that we're no longer the old CFL, we're a new one. So really at the heart of what I was trying to do with 2.0 was to really say we're gonna have a transformational mindset, almost a culture shift from old to new. What came with it was the idea that the world of football is growing. Football is growing in popularity around the world, and how do we play a role in that? Which we can play because Canadians, and this is something that I think is really important, Canadians are respected all around the world. We are a country that we're building bridges, not walls. And I think as a bridge building country, we have an opportunity to forge those relationships around the world. One of the goals I had is that I wanted to see more Canadian kids have an opportunity to continue to play football, even if it wasn't in the CFL or the NFL. Why? Because your football career shouldn't end just because you're not going to play in one of those two leagues. And I saw an opportunity to create opportunities all around the world. So how cool is it, if you are Westerns playing Queens this weekend in the Yates Cup, and okay, and maybe you get drafted next year, and you're not going to be on a CFL roster. But wouldn't it be cool if you could go to Germany or England or Australia and play another year of football and expand your horizons? So that was part of it for me. And then in reverse, it was, let's find the best athletes from around the world and bring them here. This year we had five Australian punters in the CFL. So we're seeing, this emergence of these themes. We've had two great defensive linemen, one in Winnipeg and one in BC. So I think we're in the early stages of that portion of the 2.0 strategy really starting to pay off. It'll take time. How do you measure it? You're going to measure it by the number of quality athletes that we end up having play in our league. We're going to measure it by how many Canadians get an opportunity to play outside of North America. And then ultimately, when we get to our next media rights deal, can we transform ourselves from a domestic rights deal-centric league to one that thinks about their rights deals more globally?